Hello. Do apologise, it's been a while for those of you who have subscribed. I've had a lot going on over the last couple of months, which I'm not willing to go into at the moment, but I have mojo today to do a video. So what we're going to do is we're going to rehouse these four snakes we've got. What I've got here is I've got two male corn snakes. If you've watched any of the previous videos, you would have seen one of them before, which is this one at the bottom. I did have him on an unboxing video and put him into a vivarium, but unfortunately in that vivarium he didn't want to eat, so I put him in this 3 litre Braplas pot, and he has been eating constantly and growing since I put him in here. But he has actually outgrown this pot now, so he'll be going into one of these faunariums, I believe they are. Don't quote me on that. So we're putting him in this one, the slightly smaller one of the two sizes that you can get for reptile starter kits. So he'll be going into one of these, and the other one that will be going in is this male corn snake here. He'll be going into one of these as well. Okay, he's not as big as this white one, but he has or is on the verge of outgrowing this pot. So what we'll do, first of all, we'll do the white one. All we've got is some aspen. I'll put a layer of aspen in there. I do like this sort of on the shallower side, but still with a bit of depth, just so that they can, if they do want to, they can hide or bury themselves. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've got my trusty cork bark box down here. I'm going to place this one for him to hide in. I think it will just be the one looking at it, but that will be plenty. Let's get him out. He has got a lot of hets in, so he is a future breeder for me. Okay, so there he is. It's a little bit on the speedy side today, but he's a decent length, not quite ready for breeding yet. He's currently eating fuzzy mice, but looking at him I might get him on hoppers in the next few weeks. Okay, so he hasn't got a name, so let's put him in here. There we go, straight away he's gone and buried himself, so that's fine. Got a water bowl here. Give that a bit of a clean up. I haven't got the water with me, but I will be putting water in, giving him some water before he goes into his permanent spot. Okay, so that one is done. Okay, so we'll just put that one down there to be cleaned out a bit later. So this next one we've got does have some bits in it, so let's take these out because these probably won't be used, but we'll see in a little while. the only thing I've found with these is the longer you've had them, the older they are, the less clear the plastic becomes, unless you actually get a scouring scrubber on it. So we'll just set this one up as well. So again, sort of like medium shallow depth. He has got a tube in this enclosure which he does like to hide in, so I'm going to put that back in. So let's just get a smaller piece of bark for him. So let's put that at the back, just there. And then, okay, so his water bowl's actually got a tiny bit of water in. So let me put that tissue again and give it a wipe out. These glass pots that I'm using are just some old pots that you buy desserts in at the supermarket, and they're perfect to reuse once they've had a decent wash out. And they're pretty much free because you're buying the dessert and then you're using the pot. So I'll put his bowl there, and like I said, he likes to use his tube, which he's currently in. So there we go. Let's have a little close look at him there. Wondering what's going on. See if we can get him out a bit more. See if we can compare the length to the other one. He's about the same sort of length. Well, probably a little bit shorter than the other male. So he hopefully should be ready for breeding next year, if not definitely the year after. So this coming year we will feed him up, obviously not too quick. The more food you give them, if you try to rush their growth to be breeding size, you will actually shorten their life. So we'll just get him in here. There we go. Straight into that back piece of cork bark. I don't know if you can see him, but he is just here, going under there. So again, he hasn't eaten his food from the other day, and that's fine. He might have been in a shed because it does look like there's a fresh shed in that pot. Okay, so we'll leave him there. I don't know where the proper lid for this one is, but that doesn't matter because the enclosure, the spot I have for him is actually purpose built for these smaller full area enclosures. So we'll just, for now, we'll just leave that lid on there. Okay, and then the next two snakes we have are African Cape house snakes, or Cape African house snakes, whichever way you want to put it, word it. These two I have done, I have kept house snakes before, and I've still got the olive house snake, but unfortunately I still only have the female. currently looking for a male for him, for her, sorry. My words getting all mixed up today. What it was, I went to feed him a little while ago and he wasn't in there, but she was. But I recently, and then looking around, I couldn't see any obvious holes or escape routes in the enclosure. But as I was opening the sliding glass doors, there was the smallest gap, probably only about what, half a centimetre, about between half a centimetre and a centimetre. So he's must have crawled through there and gone. So he may have curled up behind my setup and no longer see him. So I've got these two. They can live together. I'm just hoping they're of the right size at the moment to be able to cohabit. The female is bigger and she is very quick, as you see. So, and she does musk, which she has just done. So that's her. So I'm just going to put her in this enclosure for now. Hopefully she'll go in the cave or just escape. Ow. Okay, she just bit me. I did what you should never do. I only did that because I wasn't expecting a bite. I pulled my hand away. If I was expecting the bite, I would have known it was coming and I wouldn't have pulled my hand away. But that's the first time she's ever bitten me. But yeah, it's nothing. So she's now got into that hide. So let's have a look at the size of the male. The males are smaller than the females naturally, but they do keep up the growth. Oh, he's fairly big now. Actually, hold on, no, my mistake. This one is the female. Yeah, this one is the female. Let me have a look at that other one. Yeah, that first one was the male. Yeah, the first one was the male and the second one is the female. But looking at their size, I think I should house them separately, because this enclosure may be too small for both of them together, because they won't be able to get away from each other. So I will go and get 2 more of the enclosures you saw a moment ago, and then we will come back and do another video of the rehousing of them. So let's get the female back in there. And let's get the male back in his one. So I'm pretty sure I've got 2 of the smaller smaller ones, but I just can't seem to find them at this moment. So I will spend some time having a look round for them. So there was a brief view on them, so we won't be able to rehome them now, so that will be a separate video. So let's go put these into their area. Okay, so here we are in the main animal room. Okay, so this, which one's in here? I believe this is the, yeah, this is the white one. So we'll put this one in this here. This is a homemade enclosure rack. One for babies just above, and then we've got this area here. Oh, I just need to wedge this up with something. I do have a proper item, but that lock slide will do for now. So that's one. Let's go get the other one, and then we'll give him some water. Okay, so I've just got the other one, so he will go in here. The genes on that one, if you're interested, is a Laramel mask. So again, we need a little wedge up. So again, I'm just going to use another lock, because what I've done with these two parts is the feet at the bottom, I've actually sanded them off, and unfortunately I sanded a little bit too much off one of the corners. So that's that. So now let's give them some water. Okay, that's fine. Because what I was hoping to do is have those house snakes together and on this shelf here, but they're not going to be now because of the size difference. I think it'd be better when they're of breeding size to be able to put together, because house snakes, the female house snakes do produce water. I'm going to say water because I'm spraying water in here now. They do produce eggs quite often in the breeding season. My olive house snake, I think I had 3 lots of eggs from her last year. But unfortunately, because I didn't have the male, they weren't fertile. But because the male was in there, I did keep hold of them and put them in the incubator just to be safe, just in case she had retained some of the sperm. So yeah, that's it for now. So what I'll do is I'll put the house snakes back where they were, and then I'll go and have a look for 2 2 more of these Faunariums, which I do believe I have, but I'm not too sure exactly where they are. So I'll look for them. If for some reason I can't find them, I may have to buy 2 more. But either way, we will come back and do another rehouse on those house snakes. So thanks for watching. If you like the video, please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and we'll be back next week with the house snake rehouse. Bye for now.